to today's video. I have 2 weeks to finish a project, get the tool ready, and get the final outfit ready. And I had to come in early today to start on because I am basically everyone in the course is way behind and we have so little time to do so much. So the project is basically about taking a garment and using the details to create a collection. And after the collection, we're going to create one piece. So as you can see, I'm already in the studio. No one is here, but I think some people are in the other one. And I'm going to just talk you through the project and what it's about. Final year is so much drama. It's really hard. It's a lot of hard work, and as you can see, I don't even have good makeup on. My clothes are hobo style, but I just need to get so much work done. And we're basically doing like 3 projects at the same time, but we have to get this one done in 2 weeks. And Lord help me. So the garment I was working with is the parka jacket, and I sort of focused my attention on the gathers that the drawstring creates on different parts of the body and how the channeling can be used to create different shapes depending on the fabric you work with. So I just had like different experimentations with fabrics, with cord, just to see what I could do with it. And I think that's what makes the whole design process really beautiful. So I just did as much design development as possible because the deeper your research is, the more you develop your idea, the more sort of refined your design becomes. So I narrowed down all of these design options into a sort of a capsule collection of 6 looks, and these are the working drawings of the 6 different design. And that is a choice I went for: a top and a skirt with like a small vest beneath. And I just sort of worked out how I was going to create it, the sort of details I wanted to like incorporate, the stitching, and these are the fabric options that I chose. I didn't end up using everything, but I ended up using about 3 main ones. And I think the tada piece of this whole of the final look was that huge jacket on top, which I sort of laid out flat and cut out in a pattern before actually cutting it out in fabric, because it's a whole lot easier to work with in that way, in my opinion. So this is my primary toile. Oh god, this toile took me so long to make. And this was like my first take on the skirt. I had to change the skirt design because it didn't just go with the top and it felt really odd. So I changed a little bit at the side, but I still kept the top part the same. So for the final skirt, I decided to, play around a little bit with it, have fun. And I added this sort of exaggerated drawstrings at the side, which you could use to draw up the side of the skirt to create ruffling or gathering in the front. I did that on the 2 sides, and I added a zip at the back of the skirt, and I'm going to put a zip on the top. And for the side, I'm just going to put some poppers so you can take your head in and bring it out again. My least favorite part of designing has to be fabric hunt because there's so many options and it gets really confusing sometimes. But for the top outerwear, I decided to go with this sort of quilted nylon material that has very interesting surface. And it was actually made like that, so I was really lucky with this fabric, and it wasn't very expensive in my opinion. So that was for the upper piece, and for the rest of the garment, I found this in the school cupboard, and I was so glad because it just went well with the outer piece on top. And it's sort of like a double faced, it felt like denim, but I wasn't really sure what the material was. So one side was gray and one side was blue. So I decided to play around with the two-faced nature of this material. Okay, so now that I've decided on design, material, it's time to get cutting. And we always work with patterns because it just reduces waste in the long run. So I just cut out all the different parts of my garment and laid it all flat so that way I have every component needed for the final look. Morning, guys. So today is the 10th of November, and it's sort of like the final day that we have to finish up everything for the presentation by 3:45. I have cut out all my pieces, but I'm yet to actually start sewing anything together. So today is all going to be about sewing and joining and finishing everything as quickly as I can. And because I have 3 pieces to make, like you saw the top, like the top outer shell, the tiny top under, and the skirt with the tie-up detail by the side, I really hope I'm able to finish everything because it's just a lot to do. But wish me luck, guys. I'm just gonna quickly have breakfast, and I think I have like 20 minutes to spare before I have to be at uni to start work. So I would film the end result and show you guys what it looks like, and hopefully my tutor is happy with the result. I have to say I was really lucky with this fabric because it just made the whole design really pop. We're done with the top outer shell. It's time to move on to create the top and the skirt. So thankfully, praise the living God, my teacher gave us sort of like the weekend following the Thursday it was supposed to hand in to finish up our garments, get any sort of like nitty-gritty done, and bring it in the following week for sort of like a formal presentation to the class. And I got the chance to finish mine, and a lot of people, because actually that day I think only one person finished your garment, so we're really happy when she gave us sort of like that weekend of grace to get everything finished and done. So I finished my garment and it's just over here, and it looks really beautiful, and I can't wait to show you guys. I'll hopefully get one of my friends from uni to model it, and then you see what it looks like, how the garment moves, like what the finish and material and everything, and it came out really beautiful. I love the outcome. I mean, it was a really hard project, I have to say, because it was emotionally, physically, and mentally challenging because the expectations were really high, and it makes sense because it's our final year. In about, I think, 8 months we'll be done, so they're trying to get us as good as possible for the real world out there. So like I said, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like, and hopefully you would love it as much as I do. And if you did like this video, guys, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, do so. The subscribe button is down here, so you will join my awesome Kim Dane family here on YouTube. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching, and comment below if you enjoyed this video, because it took me 2 weeks to make, and I really wanted to share like the whole creative process with you guys. So I will see you next week on my next video, guys. Bye.